with Schnork in the Georgia, VFR Motor in the John Bart, Bogaroth in the Tirpitz, and Mustang P51 A10 in the ARP Congo. Weebs represent. Over on the other side, with Extraordinary Potatoes, we have XGC Plumber in the John Bart, Veg in the Georgia, Captain Benevolent Fair in the Tirpitz, and Jesse the Kitty in the Julio Cesare. Two Brothers, a bit of a monster of a map, looking for more long-term tactical play, as whatever commits to A and whatever commits to D is so damn far apart that you're pretty much just stuck with it. So when your one ship ends up meeting their 4 ships, it's a bitch. Well, we'll see how that one hangs out. All right, so moving in, you can see the orientation of the ships. Schnork going super wide in the Georgia. Pretty zippy little ship, able to do so. Got John Bart kind of committing to Delta, but kind of not. Probably looking for this nice snuggled in position between these 2 rocks. With those 2 turrets in the front, doesn't have to move, doesn't have to care, just gets to shoot. Tirpitz of Bogaroth might actually be looking to go down the channel, but seems to be not fully committing here. Could he be slowing down? Seems like that's a little bit slow to me. Maybe the ship's just real big. And the Congo is trying to hang out with some friends. Doesn't want to be alone. Over on the other side, we got the John Bart looking to plug the hole, while the Cesare is going wide, playing the role of a Georgia. With the Tirpitz and Georgia both committing to Alpha, that one's pretty definite. Question is this a Bart v Tirpitz Congo down the mid? If it is, and they actually brawl in the mid, these 3 ships on the outside are still going to have to be able to slide all the way around before they'll be able to do something. And the Tirpitz with the Torps is probably going to hurt the Bart, but the Bart does seem to be turning off. Maybe looking for some information as opposed to actually looking to sit there and deal with what comes through. And bonk goes the Bart. Whapping directly into a rock. He's going to have to do a little bit of a parallel parking maneuver. 3-point turn his ass into Delta. And the Georgia continuing to go wide on the 10 line. Tirpitz and Congo taking position. John Bart is swinging in, saying, fuck it. I'm going to do me a flambass. Nope. Turns out he's not. He's actually looking to orient his way out by holding the cap, but being bow out, meaning he can run at a moment's notice, and yet be able to slide over and exert some influence on Delta and maybe actually stop the push while his team is able to hit A like a fast running something and be able to burn through. Nope, George is actually cutting back. Veg, as nothing is spotted over at A, that means there must be stuff elsewhere. And sure enough, Extraordinary Potatoes have decided that if they ain't seeing that shit here, that means it's somewhere else. And sure enough, there's something in D. VFR Motor is almost halfway through capping it, but with the Tirpitz and the Cesare in A, this might actually end up falling A quicker just because it's 1 cap to 2. And starting to look like it. D about to round the 3/4 mark around the time that A does. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. But I think in the end, I think those potatoes are going to be able to roll it the way home, and A falls to the potatoes first. That's going to be a 4-point lead. Shots out, Georgia to John Bart. John Bart immediately turning, bro, I don't know what else is there, and I don't want to find out, so he points his nose away, looking to maybe shoot over the shoulder at a Georgia he can't see because of an island. and the moral support Georgia veg is coming back. Vegetables are good for you, and the Bart needs to eat some, and Turpit's pushing as well. Cesar looking actually to get information. As opposed to YOLOing into Bravo, he's really just trying to see what he can see. Which at the moment is nothing. What? The Cesare actually fires, probably trying to bait, return fire, see if maybe he can catch some kind of information. As he pounds some rounds into the Congo, maybe assuming that the Turpitz isn't there. John Bart's running, George is taking shots. A little surprised to see the damage into the Georgia, as it's got more very rapid healing than the John Bart does. John Bart, I think it has an 80-second heal cooldown as opposed to the Georgia with the 40. Granted, that means the Georgia can burn through his cooldowns really quickly and then he's out, while the Bart still has a few boxes of bandages left. Potatoes piling the damage into Schnork, and the Georgia, who is running for island cover to allow himself to pop a stem, drink himself an energy drink, restore his shields, and see if he can get back out on the battlefield. Cesare is turning back in, and the Turpitz in the Congo have committed to the cap. Shells out from the Turpitz into the Bart. Now the Bart's got a few angles he's got to pay attention to as the Georgia clears the island. Georgia's got a line of sight, Turpitz on a line of sight too. Nobody really stuck in a massive crossfire, although Veg showing a decent amount of side to Georgia with the 457s. Those big guns don't take prisoners, and if they come out and find a way to lodge, that's gonna be a bitch. Georgia not worried about it as he's firing back at his similar ship, who doesn't even notice. Reversing, taking a pot shot at a Turpitz. Right now, just chiseling damage. Still, 4 points to the advantage to the Potatoes. Schnork and the Georgia down to half. VFR motor and the John Bart down a third. In general, Potatoes able to mitigate quite a bit of incoming fire as they have damage spread across all 4 of the ships on their team. 200,000 to 210,000 health. Veg falls under secondary fire from the Turpitz, but being a Georgia just returns it in kind. And shells from the Georgia at Schnork firing at Veg, not being able to find purchase. The Jean Bart of VFR motor firing at Veg. Potatoes actually starting to take some damage here. Veg going down a third. Torps out from the Turpitz. Nobody taking the bait, but Bogorath in his Turpitz over on OGF getting wrecked all the way down below half under constant secondary pressure from not just the Turpitz of Captain Benevolent Fair, but also a Veg. That's going to be a lot of fires. That's going to be a lot of chisel damage. Torps out from Bogorath in the general direction of Captain Benevolent Fair, but he just nopes right out. Makes a nice kiting position. And Bogorath has a whole bunch of oof headed his way from the Jean Bart with only 4,900 health left. Bump. There goes Bogorath. While the Congo, the mighty Congo, shouts strange worded phrases loudly as they're on sea. The Cesare uncontested, backcapping Bravo, all of the secondary fire from Jean Bart and the Georgia onto Potatoes, John Bart, Georgia onto VFR motor in their John Bart. Meanwhile, the Turpitz down to 17k. Shells coming out from Schnork. Clunkety clonk, take him down to 12. Turpitz of Benevolent Fair trying to engage the Congo. More shells, taking him down to 11. Still trying to heal. Congo, whamp, down to 7. Congo's going to go ahead and turn into the Turpitz that he's staring at, only to show tons of side to Veg, who does not pay any attention as the Mustang goes down. That's Ohio with 4 ships to OGF's 2. Going to be about a 200 point lead as the Cesare is about to finish that Bravo cap and start coming over to take part in the battle some. XGC Plumber and John Bart looking to go for a snuggle. VFR shrugs him off. I'm not talking to you right now, says VFR. After an unpleasant situation leaving XGC Plumber none the wiser, wondering what the John Bart did to make their twin throw out that rejection and continue running away. XGC down to 30k as he's now running away from the two OGF battleships, the Georgian and the John Bart, both pummeling secondaries into him, down to 29. Is caught in a bit of a pinch, but VFR showing a shitload of side gets slapped down to 20. Meanwhile, right back at you, the John Bart of XGC going down to 3. Shells coming out from a Georgia. Cesario moving up the mid. Down goes XGC, but down goes VFR. That's a trade, Bart for Bart. Eat my shorts means eat my secondaries in 2020. The Georgia of Snork is charging veg, taking a big ass hit. Looks like Potato's probably going to take this, right, as it's 3-2-1. I don't know about the folks at home, but I'm calling it. OGF looking pretty baked, while the Potatoes are able to do the frying. Down goes Frazier. That's going to be 2 to the Potatoes.